Peace ladies, welcome back to the Modern Goddess channel. So in this video I'm going to share with you some examples of ways you can satisfy the five senses in order to help you with embodying and exuding certain feminine traits that might not come natural to you, like softness or sensuality. It's going to help you with taming the beast, and by the beast I am referring to those not so favorable dark masculine traits that tend to come out during times of conflict, like aggressiveness and forcefulness and stubbornness, dismissiveness, things like that. It helps with emotional intelligence also, because not only is satisfying the five senses very therapeutic and a great coping mechanism, but it just allows you to self-soothe and self-regulate and helps you to just set the overall tone or atmosphere for whatever environment that you're in the moment, right? So this is going to be a game changer for many of you. So hopefully this video will help. So I'm going to start off with talking about how to embody and exude certain feminine traits that might not come natural to you by exposing them to whichever qualities you are trying to embody. So in this video I'm going to talk about softness, right? So exposing your five senses to soft things that you see are soft, things that you hear are soft, things that you taste are soft, everything's soft. Exposing your senses to soft things can help you with softness. But first, I'm going to give you a demonstration of how exposing your five senses to hard things can make you harder. Take, for example, the gym. When you go to the gym, what is it that you see? Right? You see a lot of dark colors. You see a lot of black usually. You see a lot of gray. You usually don't see a lot of vibrant colors, warm colors, soft colors. Also, what are people doing? You don't see people relaxing. You usually don't see people in there smiling and having a good time, laughing and dancing and enjoying themselves, hugging each other. You see people in there like going hard, pushing themselves, challenging themselves, sweating, making ugly faces, right? That's what you see when you're in a gym. What is it that you hear? You hear people yelling. You hear people grunting. You hear people panting. You hear hardcore, aggressive, violent, vulgar, harsh music, right? You hear chains clanging. You hear weights dropping, right? What is it that you smell? A lot of different body odors. You smell sweat. You smell maybe a disinfectant spray. It might be the cleanest thing you smell, but outside of that, it doesn't usually smell like something that's satisfying to your sense of smell. What is it that you're feeling on your skin when you're in a gym? You're usually feeling your own sweat. At some point you might feel a little icky, but you also are feeling that hard equipment while you're in the gym. You're not feeling like anything that's like plush or soft against your skin. What is it that you're tasting when you're in the gym? You taste whatever your mouth tastes like when you work out, or you might be tasting water or maybe a protein bar, but usually again it's not something that's going to be very satisfying to your taste buds, right? So the gym is pretty much designed to make you tougher, stronger, harder, which is why people tend to go harder when they're in the gym. Everything about the gym, your five senses are being exposed to hard things, right? So try to create an environment that is almost the complete opposite of that in your home or in your office or in your car or wherever. Think about what it is you look at that makes you feel soft. And so in this video I'm just going to share some examples of things that work for me and some of the ladies that I work with. So things that make me feel soft by just looking at it is going to be, of course, like plush pillows and throw blankets, fluffy clouds, or if you do have like a animal, like a little pet, like a little fluffy puppy or something like that. Also, when it comes to things or items that I know I have to handle with care, like a delicate or fragile vase with flowers in it, even though it's not soft to touch, I know that I have to be very gentle with it. Okay, so something like that makes me feel soft when I look at it. Of course, different colors make me feel soft. Like this color makes me feel very soft, right? That is why everything in my office is very light colored except for my plants, but my plants make me feel soft and nurturing as well. But really think about what you can look at that makes you feel soft, what it is that you are hearing, not only speaking in a softer tone of voice when you need to feel soft, but also the music that you listen to. If you are struggling with softness, you need to take a break from aggressive music. Take a break from it. It doesn't have to be a permanent thing, but just a temporary thing until you feel like you have truly embodied softness. Try to listen to more light music. Try to listen to sounds of nature, maybe birds chirping, flowing water like sounds of the river or rainstorm, anything like that that is going to be soft and gentle to the ears. Something that you can smell. Now in my home I have a multitude of fragrances and different type of aromas going on. It's a different mood and vibe in almost every room. Like for example, in my family room it's a lot of cultural things, and so I do burn a lot of incense in there, but the scent is much stronger in that room. Whereas in my office I might just burn a candle or like candle warmers or something like that, because it's not going to be as harsh, and it's much more of a light fragrance in my office than it is in the rest of the home. Okay, things that you can taste that make you feel soft. With this one, it has a lot to do with how you season your foods. If you are eating foods that are very, very spicy, or you have like, you put a whole bunch of flavor and season on your food before you even taste it, you know, that is not going to be very gentle to your taste buds. Also eating a lot of hard foods, like a lot of fried foods. Try to exchange that for baked foods or sauteed foods or something different. Again, this does not have to be permanent, just temporarily until you feel softer. Because not only is it softer in your mouth, but when it comes out, it's softer then as well. So it's going to be softer, more gentle on your body when you're eating softer things, right? When it comes to what you are feeling, fabrics that feel soft on your skin, plush pillows and blankets that you can cuddle with, wearing slippers when you're walking around the house, whatever feels gentle on your skin. All right, so these are just ways that you can expose your five senses to soft things that will make you exude softness. All right, and there are other ways to embody softness outside of satisfying the five senses, but because that's what this video is about, that's all we're going to focus on right now. So the next way that satisfying the five senses is helpful, I mentioned, is through taming the beast. When again there is conflict, when you're having a disagreement, when conversations become a little bit heated and those traits like aggressiveness come out. Right? Somebody is being stubborn, someone's being insensitive and dismissive, somebody is being completely single-minded, somebody is being overly assertive, right? That is dark masculine energy that comes out, and oftentimes women respond to that with light feminine energy, and then they're not really getting good results with that because they need some of that dark feminine energy. And when you are using your five senses, satisfaction of the five senses, in order to tame the beast, that is using your dark feminine energy. Now I made another video about this where some people will be like, oh, that's persuasive or that's toxic, and it really is not, as long as you are doing it in order to improve the communication. If you're doing this as a distraction or to get out of holding yourself accountable or anything like that, then yeah, that's toxic, and you don't want to do that. But some examples of taming the beast through the five senses would be, first, what is it that you look like? If you notice, I just curled my locks, right? And one of the reasons for that is because, whether you believe it or not, retrograde is coming. And I know a lot of people don't believe in that, but I work with enough couples to know that during this time, communication sucks in most relationships, right? And so I'm getting ahead of the game just in case there's any conflict. I want to make sure that I look pleasing to the eyes with my husband, right? So not only what you look like, but what the environment looks like. You want to make sure that your environment is neat, it is organized, it is decluttered, it is decorated appropriately. When you are having a conversation and things get heated and things are all cluttered around you, it's mess all over the place, it is just going to add more frustration to the conversation because it's just chaotic, right? So what you look like, and what the environment looks like. Not only when it comes to like doing things like your hair or having your nails look neat, but also as a woman, you can take advantage of the fact that you have your body has things that a man's body doesn't, you know? So make sure that you are enhancing your more favorable attributes, your more attractive attributes, okay? So let's say, for example, it's your lips. Make sure that you have your lip gloss on when you go to initiate the conversation. You shouldn't be walking around with dry lips anyway, but definitely not when things are heated. Try to wear something that makes you feel confident, again, if you are the one that is initiating the conversation. So if you have, you know, if these are your more favorable attributes, try to perk them up some. If it's your legs, maybe make sure you have your legs out, maybe put some oil on your legs, rub your legs with oil or something while you're talking to him, you know, whatever it might look like, just making sure that what he sees is aesthetically pleasing, right? When it comes to taming the beast, also think about what it is you are hearing. This will go back to the tone of voice that you are speaking from. Speaking softly, speaking from heart, or speaking from yoni. It is going to depend on what the conversation is about, but you don't want to yell. You don't want to be very cutthroat and rude and have that attitude and negative energy in your tone. Make sure you're speaking in a gentle way. Also, what sounds are going on in the home? Do you have music playing? Is it complete silence? Sometimes that helps with taming the beast as well, because if it's too much noise going on, then it's going to be a headache. It's going to be a lot of agitation and frustration added on to the conversation. Taming the beast also goes into the smell. Make sure your home is smelling nice, and make sure that whatever fragrance you have on your body smells good. Get close enough to him so that he can actually smell you, right? When it comes to what you're tasting with taming the beast, that would be you having a conversation over a nice meal. Okay, so maybe cook him his nice meal while you're also eating at the same time. When it comes to what you're feeling, what he's feeling, touch him. You can either caress him and give him more of a soothing rub, or you can tease him and kind of just use your fingertips to kind of feather him a little bit, you know, and just rub across his chest, or offer him a massage or anything like that. Maybe lay your legs across him. You know, that gentle touch really helps to tame the beast. And again, taming the beast is not just distracting or seducing. It has a lot to do with effective communication. It is hard for someone to get into a dismissive, insensitive, forceful, aggressive energy when they are just drowning in satisfaction, right? So it keeps things fair. It keeps the guards down. It keeps the walls down. It keeps both of you receptive and really present, you know, and in the conversation. So those are examples of taming the beast through the 5 senses. The last example I'm going to share is the emotional intelligence piece, which is very important because again, it helps with self-soothing. With this one, you want to think about what makes you happy, what makes you feel confident, what makes you feel relaxed or calm. So think about what it is that you can look at that is aesthetically pleasing. What is it that you can look at that makes you feel joyful and positive? So for me, something that makes me really happy is if I see black love, right? When I see black happiness, when I see babies in general, regardless of what color they are, you know, when I see little puppies or something like that. All of these things make me very, very happy. And visuals that just calm my spirit and that just make me feel relaxed and at ease. Sunset, the sunrise, the stars, the clouds, any type of beautiful scene of nature, looking at city lights, that actually makes me feel a little bit more sensual than anything else, but it still makes me feel great. Put me near flowing water, put me near a river. I am in complete bliss. I am calm and happy at the same time. Those type of things make me, I just love it. You know, looking at mountains, just nature, because it's the most beautiful thing, because it's naturally beautiful and it's not man-made. So that makes me the happiest and the most calm. So just find what is something that you can look at that makes you feel that way. Okay, sounds that make me feel happy or that make me feel calm. The same thing, the sound of flowing water, the sound of a baby laughing makes me very happy. The sound of soulful music, listening to people sing with soul, right? Those are sounds that make me feel happy or calming. When it comes to things that I smell that make me very happy, there's going to be an array of different fragrances that make me happy or calm. But when it comes to lavender, that usually puts me in a more relaxed state. Different types of perfumes make me happy. So that one is just, it's going to be different, but just really think about what smells good to you, right? What relaxes you, what makes you feel more positive and upbeat. When it comes to satisfying your sense of touch, what you feel, that might be human interaction, that might be a hug, that might be a cuddle. But when you're self-soothing, you might be doing things on your own. So for me personally, taking a nice shower or a bath where I'm not rushing through it just because I know I need to hurry and get clean, but where I am really existing in that moment, where you close your eyes and you allow the feeling of the water touching your skin, the lathering of the soaps and the body washes and creams and butters to really sit on your skin, caressing yourself, getting a pedicure or a massage, making love, just rubbing yourself in any type of way. When you're putting your oil on, or it might be sexual activity, it might just be you wearing something soft again on your skin, it might be shaving your legs and then laying in some silk or satin sheets, anything like that. Just think about what is it that makes you feel good as far as the sense of touch. When it comes to what you are tasting, with this one I like to satisfy multiple senses at the same time. So for example, I might like to eat a nice meal where there is a beautiful view, like at a rooftop restaurant. So not only are my taste buds being satisfied, but usually there's nice music being played and there's a beautiful scene. Okay, I also like to garnish my dishes. I like eating layered foods, like a layered dessert or something like that, so it looks as good as it tastes, right? So just keep in mind all of the things that make you feel happy or calm and relaxed when it comes to the 5 physical senses. If you start implementing this technique, again, it's going to be a game changer for many of you along your feminine journey. If you can satisfy multiple senses at once, that is going to be like you just, again, just immersing yourself in pleasure, right? Taking the bath for me was a game changer, because when I do take the bath, I always play something soft, some beautiful music. I like to have like a little tray of fruit or wine next to the tub while I am taking the bath. And I like to make sure I might have some rose petals or some flowers or some candles lit around me, so not only does it smell good, but it looks nice. Okay, so that's like all of these senses are being satisfied at once. So start thinking about ways that you can do this to self-soothe in order to tame the beast and in order to embody whichever traits that do not come naturally to you. Okay, hopefully this video was helpful. Peace and much love.